Hello YouTube, it's Astral Consciousness, Lewis Brown, and I would like to go more in depth about my first astral projection experience from my previous video that I uploaded on YouTube. Now in this video, I'm going to go more in depth of my first astral projection experience. Now when I was doing astral projection, I was curious at that time about spirituality and Kundalini, these electromagnetic fields in the body and all this multi-dimension stuff that people talk about like they watching too much of Star Trek or Star Wars, and I was interested into it. I really didn't know what people was talking about, so I got more into depth about what astral projection was, and I slowly, little by little, got more curious, and I started watching a lot of YouTube videos about astral projection and multi-dimensions and different states of reality. And when watching this, I slowly, over time, wondered what the hell are they talking about. So I decided to experience it myself. Before I experienced it, I went into about 3-4 months of slowly meditating. I slowly meditated to a point that I got down meditation in under 20 minutes. 20 minutes of letting my mind run wild until it fully got cleared. Until I thought about nothing. I was just in the here and now state, the present moment. And in that present moment, I would think about nothing. No goals, no past, no future, not trying to wipe down my past negative memories. I would literally just be in the here and now phase. And in this particular state, I slowly but surely started feeling vibrations, and I started feeling my mind being more calm. I started being a whole being. I wasn't all up in my head, in my ego, thinking about how everybody else is dressed or what type of car everyone got and they got this and I got that. I slowly just became whole in myself and not wondering what everyone else in the world has, and got jealous by what they have and how I perceive them. Slowly getting into my astral projection phase, I technically was already a vegan, but I continued to eat more raw foods. I'll get like bananas and like a bag of fruits and vegetables and make pretty much as much raw fruit and vegetables with a lot of nutrition as possible. I technically just went to the store, got bags of fruit, technically maybe $30-$50 bags of fruit, and then from there I may go to Whole Foods if I got a little bit of extra money to spend. Technically Whole Foods is expensive. If you went shopping there, you know, $10 is not gonna get you nothing, not even rice, not even oatmeal, not even a bagel. It's expensive. So I ate a lot of fruits and vegetables. I went to Target or Publix and got a lot of fruits and vegetables in my system. I pretty much bought tons of water and I drank that. Got some flax seeds, some chia seeds, some hemp milk, and I started doing all these little experiments and testing stuff out. Slowly I learned to get to a more higher state of vibration throughout the day. I wake up, drink a lot of fruits and vegetables, do yoga, take me a little quick, about 5-minute little bath. I can be either like cold water or hot water, and then from there I'll do yoga, and then from there I'll be pretty much energized throughout the day. Through about the lunchtime I'll eat about rice and beans, a big behind meal to keep my stomach from getting upset, or just when you get the hunger pains and then you get a headache. So I make sure to eat a lot of rice and beans, and then from eating a lot of rice and beans or cooked vegetables, I will let that digest. Now I let that digest for about 3 hours, and then after 3 hours I'll eat a little bit of snacks. Then when I get off of work, more fruits and vegetables, more nutrition in my diet, and warm bath. And maybe like right after I've cleansed myself with the water, I'll take me a little cold shower, electrify the whole body until my body gets warm on the inside. It helps pretty much the kidneys and everything. Technically, having cold water on your skin makes you feel like your body's being attacked, or you're in a colder temperature and your inside of your body wants to get warmer. And so I wanted to get more healthy, so I started doing that, and I slowly just peeling off all these imperfections, little bumps and things on my skin, and start clearing me out. And I drank a lot of lemon water and did yoga before I went to sleep. Now 3 months of doing this, I slowly got to vibration state over and over again, and I started getting stronger and stronger, and I slowly realized I have to kill my ego. Killing my ego allowed me to get into a higher state of consciousness. When I get to more lucid dreams and I get to more of vibration state, like I can move my body, or I can move my leg, or I can move pretty much part of my body. I couldn't fully get out, and if I did get out, I really didn't see anything around me. Now, when I got out my body the first time, when I got off of work, I had pretty much a carrot smoothie and a spinach smoothie, listened to some Manly P. Hall, and technically I listened to another YouTube channel called Understanding, and I would listen to it from a more philosophical standpoint. And then from this, I slowly just laid down on the bed. When I laid down on the bed, I went into a dream state, and the dream state took me to basically this beautiful, nice area. It was beautiful flooded zone that I previously said in my first YouTube video. But while I was there, I was in the school math class because I failed math my first year. Technically was cheating and really didn't care about it, but now I'm technically somewhat good at math. I don't know why I failed, but hey, like, you don't have a goal in mind, you pretty much just gonna not do well in school. And when I was doing this, I previously failed my first math class, and then my consciousness took me into this school when I failed my first math class. I think now that my consciousness, my deep subconscious was saying, if you want to do something, you have to try, and you have to learn, and you have to fail in order to improve, to get better at what you actually trying to accomplish, by putting me in the math class somewhere in the astral planes. That's what I think my consciousness, my subconsciousness from my astral higher state self, it was trying to tell me. That's what I somewhat believe. And then from there, I zoomed out of this particular building that I was in, and was in the sky just looking at a beautiful rays of bright sunlight, yellow reflected sunlight, like you at the beach, hitting the water. The clouds were like kind of darkish, like it's getting nighttime or the sun's coming up from like an island perspective if you're just staring at the sun coming up. And next thing you know, I see these beautiful houses, like with backyards and big rooms, big nice houses, but in a flooded zone. From there, I was such amazed at the beautifulness of it that I literally tried to go closer to the sun. Now, going closer to the sun, I was questioning where I was at, questioning how this is possible, and I watched a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson videos of what is the cosmos, and somehow I think that popped in my head about we cannot go closer to the sun because the energy and the high power of the heat and the enormous intensity of the sun will kill us. So when I was doing this, I think my subconscious, or basically just my basic consciousness, thought I was a human being. I started believing that I'm a human being. How is this possible in the astral planes where I'm trying to not be a human? So I started thinking, how is this possible? And next thing you know, I fell from the sky into the water. I fell because I started questioning where I was at in a human standpoint, with fingers and feet and legs and a head and a brain and a human body figure that cannot fly. I started questioning where I was at. And next thing you know, I was in the water. Then I got mad, and then I slowly started killing off this body form that I was in. I became this ball of energy, like a crystal. You ever get like one of those crystals and it's just like a pure ball? I imagine myself as a pure amethyst ball of energy. And from there, I used this idea of being this amethyst ball of energy to pretty much be able to have about 360 degrees of viewing points. But somehow I keep imagining myself being a human being, and then keep falling down from the sky into the water. And then from there, I imagine myself as the hawk. There's this big green bad behind monster, and just jumped up out the water and became this ball of energy again. Keep trying to get closer to the sun. Every time I keep trying to get closer to the sun, I kept questioning, how is this possible? There's just so much energy and so much enormous potential to become something that literally I questioned where I was at. And then from there, I slowly faded away from that particular dream I was in, but astral plane. And technically the dream was fused with my astral plane, but it faded away. I went to the astral planes. I questioned my reality, and just trying to get closer to the sunlight, just closer to the brightness, pulled me away. I previously think a couple YouTube videos that I saw, the higher you get to a higher state of consciousness, the brighter the sunlight is. And my subconscious was trying to get to a higher state of consciousness by going close to the sun. And the higher you get to the sun, the more higher state of consciousness you are in. The less stuff you need to worry about, the less stuff there is. You ain't worried about the ego. You ain't worried about food or water or human body. You ain't worried about the negative astral planes, the medium astral planes, even some of the high astral planes. Just like trying to get, I guess what it's called, the etheric astral planes. I don't know where I was at, but I pretty much had these particular ideas in my mind of these astral planes that people talked about. And I perceived the sunlight to be a higher state of consciousness, climbing up each astral planes to get there. And by not being ready for it, technically I got kicked out. And then from there, I slowly woke up. And I moved my astral body, now my physical body, to get more comfortable. And technically when I woke up from that, I realized my astral body pretty much is totally separated from my physical body, but somehow in the human form. And then from there, I went to this nightmare. Now I was, it's like asking, it's like lucid dreaming, but you start losing all control of every function you have in a lucid dream to be taken over by a demonic spirit or a nightmare or the negative potential. Somehow, in this dream, I was working at this crappy grocery store that looked like a third world country, no offense, but it looked so terrible, it was disgusting, and somehow I was working there because I needed some money, and in this dream, I was a produce person. I was putting up bananas, fruits, and vegetables, and stuff like that, and I was stocking stuff up. In this dream, I kept asking everybody, where am I? What are you doing? Where is everyone going? Everyone ignored me, customers ignored me, employees ignored me. Everyone in the dream seems to be ignorant, don't care, ignoring me, pushing me to the side. I kept asking, where am I? What am I doing here? Everyone ignored me. And then next thing you know, the building start catching on fire, the roofs just start burning, fires just start cushioning up the roof, and next thing you know, the building start falling apart. Everyone just start running out of there. And next thing you know, I start running out of there, but I start running slowly. Like something was pulling me, something was dragging me back to burn out with the building. And technically, I wasn't scared, but I didn't know where I was and didn't know what was going on. So I slowly, when the building started burning down, I managed to get out. And when I got out, I saw this particular face. This face looked like an Indian person with like a bonnet on top of their head and a bone in his mouth covering like blue paint. And like something I like watching like a Mayan movie from in South America with the pyramids. And this person slowly like put his head in the concrete and slowly was going deeper and deeper and deeper in the concrete. And while his head was slowly diverging into the concrete, I was like outside watching the building burn down, watching his head just sink into the concrete, wondering what the hell is going on. And then I woke up out of my physical body and was pretty much shocked at my experience. And that particular perspective, what I perceive from it is, the first part of my school experience was, well, if you want to do this, you have to put all your attention to get to a higher state of consciousness. The second is basically being the astral planes, knowing that it actually exists, knowing that you cannot be a human being, and you have to be able to kill the ego and become a higher state of being without limitations of a physical body. Trying to get towards the light in this particular dream was trying to get to a higher state of consciousness but not being ready for it, but the ladder still there for me to climb, and the negative of going to a crappier job and being haunted by some demonic spirit that want to burn down buildings, well, technically what I perceive is the negative aspects of my mind, and also the negative aspects if you don't accomplish it and you want to go the negative route, you will have enemies and you will be fighting among each other and yourself in the negative astral planes. I believe that my first astral projection experience was me actually being in some type of school and actually being able to see the negative and the positives of both sides of actually trying to go to a higher state of consciousness and being able to be a non-human being to find my soul and be closer to God. So this is me being more in depth on my first astral projection experience, and I would like to make more videos, well, not like, I will make more videos about astral projection, lucid dreaming, higher state of consciousness, astral planes, eating right food, becoming a vegan. If you eat meat, maybe you want to mix the meat like later on in your diet plan before you go to sleep, so that way you can get more electricity inside of your body and clean yourself out. And also just doing some motivational videos along the way. So this is Astral Consciousness. You can like, rate, and subscribe. And if you would like me to talk to you more about astral projection, just leave down a comment in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer it. And I'll make another video of anything that you need me to talk about. Thank you. Astral Consciousness out.